What's up? Roland here. This time on 3D NerdStop, we're going to print out a raven statue. Alright guys, here's the model we're going to print out. This is the raven skull statue. As you can see, it's a raven standing on top of two skulls. One of the skulls has a little mouse crawling out of his mouth. It looks pretty cool. I think this would be a nice little statue to have laying around, put on my desk as a little, statue. I think it kind of looks pretty cool. So this is what we're going to print out. So of course the first thing we would do is download this as usual. Once we get it downloaded, we'd open it up in Cura. So as you can see here, it is in Cura. Now this is how it imports into Cura. And you would think this is an odd angle to print this at. But if I switch over here to it flat, which is the way you'd think you'd want to print this model, if you come over here to layers and look at it, if you look right here, it doesn't put any support material on the tip of the beak. And I can't find any way to get it to put any support material on the end of the beak, so this is the way you would print it. To me, this makes more sense in this orientation, to have the nice big flat base and then print it upwards, but for some reason, no matter what I do, Cura will not add support material to the end of this beak. So in order to get the whole beak properly supported, you have to print it this way. So if we look at the layers here real quick, now you can see the beak has support material and the whole model is supported from the back. So this model uses a lot of support material, but it does a really good job with it. So this is how we're going to print it. This is the orientation we're going to print the model in. So as you can see, the model is set up here. Now we'll go over our settings real quick. We'll print this at a layer height of 0.2, a shell thickness of 1.2, top and bottom layer of 1.2, a fill density of 20%. We'll do a print speed of 60, a print temperature of 200, and a bed temperature of 60. Now we are going to print this with support material everywhere, as you saw here. It has support material all over it. But that's just so we can make sure we get all the overhangs. Okay, as you can see, this model is going to take approximately 17 hours to print. It's going to be 66.55 meters of material, which is 198 grams. So that's a good amount of material, but it's 17 hours to print. That's not too bad. So I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll save this off to an SD card, heat the printer up, and get her printing. Alright guys, here it is. Here's our model. It's all printed out. As you can see, it looks pretty cool. It came out fairly nice. Let's zoom in here on the skulls real quick. As you can see, you have the two skulls, and there's a little mouse crawling out from underneath the skull on the right. The skulls do need a little bit of cleanup. I need to take some time to get just a couple scragglers here and there that could be used to be cleaned up. I need to work on my retraction settings a little bit on this. But as you can see up here in the raven's head, it looks pretty good, except for down on the beak. And that's probably because I printed this before I put the second fan on. With the second fan, the beak might have come out a little bit nicer, but because this was printed before the second fan was put on, this is just the way it came out. So it was probably a little hot when it printed that part. As we rotate around to the side here, you can start to see where all the support material was holding the model up. You can see that the raven lost his wing, the tip of his wing back here. You can see from behind, this is where the majority of the support material was on this model, and you can see that it leaves a little bit of a mess behind. I could probably clean this up a little bit more if I worked at it. But the nice part is with this model, I have it sitting in the corner where you can't see the back of it, and from the front it looks fantastic. There might be something I can do to get this a little bit better, but anytime you use support material, it does leave a little bit of a mess behind because, well, the support material, it doesn't give you a good solid layer when you put down that first layer on top of a support material. If we flip over here to the other side of it, and you can see that the wingtip on that lost both wingtips on this, but the skull looks fantastic. As you zoom in on it, you can see that the skull came out real nice from this angle. So all in all, the statue came out great. It looks really cool. It looks really good sitting on my desk. It was a fun model to print out. It did take an awful lot of plastic, but it was well worth it. Thank y'all for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like and subscribe. Please leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Until next time, have a great day.